This video will contain spoilers for OK K.O. Let's Be Heroes. For almost 6 years now, I have been working on my own OK K.O. sequel fanfiction comic series, and it's gotten pretty complex at this point with its storyline, so I feel the need to make this video to break down everything that's happened so far throughout the 14 chapters I've released of the series. I know a lot of my viewers probably haven't read it and probably don't have the time to read all of it since I've literally drawn hundreds of pages of this comic. So yeah, I'm making this video to break down the story, make it more digestible so you can jump into the latest chapter whenever I release chapter 15. Since the last chapter released, I have been making strides in improving my own artwork so I can feel more confident as an artist whenever I draw a new page. I have actually redrawn the first page of the comic series so you can see all of the growth I've made as an artist in that time since I've started it. Regardless of the quality of the artwork, I hope you all can enjoy the storytelling as I make my way throughout this recap, representing the storyline of the first 14 chapters. The story begins after the events of OK K.O.'s penultimate final episode, Let's Fight to the End. The comic series is essentially an alternate take on OK K.O.'s final episode. Thank you for watching the show. The comic begins the same way as the episode, with K.O. mopping the floors of the bodega. But instead of seeing Red and Enid walk into the bodega, he instead is called outside by Mr. Gar, as the entire bodega and the rest of Lakewood Plaza has been ripped out of the ground by unknown causes. Lakewood Plaza is moved to a new location, which is inside of CN City, which we previously saw in the episode Crossover Nexus. One change I made in the comic series is that instead of the bodega already being in CN City, it was not there before, and instead it's being moved there for the first time after Crossover Nexus. This is where I also pretty firmly established that yes, the comic series is a big old Cartoon Network crossover event instead of just being a OK K.O. sequel. Much like Batman the Brave and the Bold, K.O. goes on many adventures with different heroes from across the Cartoon Network multiverse, as they all have been moved to CN City after their TV series were cancelled in the real world. In Chapter 2, K.O. runs into Ben Tennyson again, but it's not the same Ben he met before. No, this is Ben Prime. While teamed up with Ben, they actually run into Van Kleiss from Generator X. Van Kleiss actually sent Dr. Animo to Providence so he could obtain new nanites for Van Kleiss's purposes. Van Kleiss's new goal is to find the alpha nanite for himself. Later in Chapter 4, K.O. along with his friend Dendi meet Dexter, who has been working to separate CN City back into the individual universes of the multiverse. Surely this won't backfire on Dexter, will it? Oh no, it backfired. In Chapter 9, Dexter destroys the multiverse. Ben tried to fix it with Alien X, but he just got into another argument with Serena Bellicus. K.O. gets to team up with Garnet and Raven to try to fix things. Beowulf brings the Alpha Nanite to his master Van Kleiss. Samurai Jack sees that Aku has now teamed up with the Lich. Ben gives up on trying to fix things with Alien X, so he switches to Jet Ray. K.O., Ben, Garnet, and Raven then run into the President of the Universe. Here, the heroes are told that CN City was created with the explicit purpose of protecting the multiverse after the Citadel was destroyed by the Lich in Adventure Time. Meanwhile, reality is restored back to normal by Mandy smiling once again. Dexter is then arrested for his crimes by the Time Squad. K.O. then travels to the future to get Dexter back with Red Action. After they return to the past, Samurai Jack decided to team up with Dexter to eliminate Aku once and for all. At the end of Chapter 12, we now find out that Professor Venomous has started working with Megatron from Transformers Animated. And that pretty much catches us up with the current story. What is Van Kleiss going to do with the Alpha Nanite? Why are Professor Venomous and Megatron working together? Will Dexter and Samurai Jack actually stop Aku once and for all? What evil scheme is Lord Boxman cooking up now? We will just have to wait and see as I continue developing the story as we move forward into the future. You can read the entire series on my Tumblr blog. Chapter 15 will release very soon, featuring Rex finally fighting Kleiss himself, along with K.O. of course. If you would like to chat with me about the comic series, you can join my Discord server, the Nexus Realm, or you can follow me on Blue Sky where I post updates for the comic. If you like this video and you want to watch more, you can check out one of my other videos. I talk a lot about Ben 10, Sonic the Hedgehog, Transformers. I even have a Codename Kids Next Door video you can watch. Thank you for watching the video.